more.
You need the cash. Can you give me the transfer?
I'm married now. I'm married again.
5,000. No, we dey give am 5,000.
Eh, now. I never chair no.
Eh?
I never chair.
Welcome, beloved friends and family across the land. Today we journey deep into the heart of Africa, where the animals speak with wisdom. And every tale teaches us truth. From the proud lion to the clever tortoise, from the foolish leopard to the wise frog, these are not just stories. They are echoes of our ancestors, lessons wrapped in feathers, fur, and claws. So, gather your children, invite your elders. Let the fire burn, let your hearts listen, for the stories are about to begin. Welcome to Epic Tales of Africa.
The Tortoise and the King's Feast. Grand feast to celebrate the coming of the rains. Every animal was invited, but only if they came dressed in their finest robes. Tortoise, who was poor and plain, had nothing grand to wear. Not wanting to miss out, he visited his neighbors secretly. From Parrot, he borrowed a coat of bright feathers. From Peacock, he borrowed a shimmering crown. From the Gazelle, he borrowed golden shoes. When Tortoise arrived at the feast, all the animals gasped at his beauty. Even the king himself admired him. Tortoise danced, sang, and ate greedily. But as the feast ended, one by one, the owners of his borrowed items recognized their belongings. "That's my crown," cried Gazelle. They stripped Tortoise bare in front of everyone, and he had to limp home in shame. From that day on, the animals learned, better to be humble in your own skin than proud in another's clothes. Moral: be satisfied towards tortoises. Were they envious of him? Comment in the comments section. The clever rabbit and the hunter. Deep in the heart of the forest, a cruel hunter laid traps everywhere, hoping to catch meat for the market. Every day, animals disappeared until the clever rabbit noticed the danger trap hanging from a tree. Instead of panicking, Rabbit hung limp, pretending to be dead. When the hunter arrived, he laughed. "Useless catch," he said, lowering the rope to throw Rabbit away. But as soon as Rabbit touched the ground, he kicked up a storm of dust into the hunter's eyes and sprinted into the bushes and disappeared like smoke. From that day on, the hunter could never catch him again. Rabbit became a legend among the animals for his quick thinking and courage. Moral: brains are sharper than traps. Comment your experience on this. Let us know. The lion who lost his crown. Lion, king of the jungle, was feared and respected by all. But over time, his pride grew bigger than the mountains. He mocked crocodile for being slow. He laughed at elephant for being heavy. He roared at owl for giving advice he didn't want to hear. The wise owl warned, "Pride blinds even the strongest." But lion just laughed louder. One hot afternoon, lion lay under the baobab tree, snoring. Always watching, crept up and snatched it. By the time lion woke, hyena had gathered the animals. "Look," he cried, "the king has fallen. Who will follow a careless king?" Lion roared in shame, but no one bowed. Realizing his mistake, lion did not fight. Instead, he worked humbly, helping elephant cross the river, asking owl for advice, and protecting smaller animals. Slowly, he regained their respect, not through fear, but through kindness. Lion wore his crown again, but this time with wisdom. Which animal do you think deserves to be the king of the jungle? Make your comments as we move on to the next story. The Monkey's Secret. Monkey loved adventure more than anything. One day, while swinging through the deep forest, he found a hidden tree bearing strange silver fruits. Curious, he plucked one and ate it. Instantly, a beautiful melody burst from his mouth. He could sing like the spirits. Excited, Monkey decided to keep the tree a secret. Every day, he came alone, singing sweeter and sweeter songs. But greed grew. Monkey ate more and more fruits, until one day he couldn't stop singing, even when he tried. The villagers heard strange singing echoing through the forest. Following the sound, they found the hidden tree. Delighted, they shared the fruits, and the whole village learned to sing together. Monkey learned the hard way: greed locks your gift inside you. Sharing sets it free. From that day, he taught others to sing, and was loved far more than when he hid his treasure. But if all animals could sing, which of them would you like to listen to? Write it in the comments section and join the next story. The Elephant Who Forgot His Strength. In the Great Plains of Africa, elephant was the strongest of all animals. Yet, he was so kind-hearted that he believed he was weak. Whenever the other animals teased him, elephant would bow his head and walk away. One day, a terrible drought hit the land. Rivers dried up, and the animals grew desperate for water. Deep underground, the wise old tortoise told them, was a hidden spring, but it was covered by a boulder too heavy to move. Lion tried. Rhino tried. Even the crocodile and the hyenas tried, but the boulder did not budge. Finally, elephant was called. Trembling, he placed his trunk against the rock and gave a gentle push. Boom! The rock rolled away like a pebble, revealing fresh, sparkling water. The animals cheered. Elephant realized, true strength is believing in yourself. From that day on, he stood tall, not to bully but to serve. But with all the knowledge you have in Animal Kingdom, which of the animals is the strongest? Let's know your thought on this. The hyena and the magic drum. Once in a forgotten village, there was a magic drum that made food rain from the sky when beaten with a pure heart. It belonged to a humble goat who shared it with all. Hyena, greedy and cunning, envied the drum. One night he stole it and ran deep into the forest. Hungry and alone. Hyena beat the drum wildly, but instead of food, heavy stones fell from the sky, bruising him badly. Desperate, he dragged the drum back to Goat and begged for forgiveness. Goat, kind as ever, forgave him but warned, "Greed turns blessings into curses." The animals decided the drum would stay in the village square, where anyone with a pure heart could use it, but Hyena, ashamed, could never play it again. Moral: greed brings shame. I don't believe the tortoise is the most greedy animal in the animal kingdom. What do you think? The wise frog of the desert. In the heart of the vast African desert, there lived a small frog. Though many believed the desert